Assalamu alaikum students. Now as far as chemistry for second year class is concerned, there are different chapters, out of which we will start with chapter number 21, biochemistry. As you know that we are having online classes, so I have selected this chapter for your study, that we will start our course for this from this chapter. So biochemistry is what? It is a hybrid science. Hybrid mean a mixture. It is a mixture of two branches of science, biology and chemistry. Biology is what? Science of living organism. Chemistry is the science of atoms and molecules. And together these two sciences make biochemistry. Means study of molecules and their reactions in living organisms is known as biochemistry. Now students, these organisms can be as small as a virus, bacteria, etc., and can lead to higher organisms like human beings. So we have to study all this in the branch of biochemistry. Now our main concern will be with four macromolecules, four type of macromolecules. Macro mean we have to deal with macromolecules. Macro mean large size molecules, and we have to deal with those molecules which are related to living organism. So these large size molecules which we have to study are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Okay, now let's start with the first category, that is carbohydrates. Now as you can see, these are carbohydrates. Why they are known as carbohydrates? Because they contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in their components, and their general formula is, the general formula of carbohydrate is CnH2 whole n, where n is number of carbon atoms. As you can see, there is a water molecule in the formula, you can see. So they are also known as hydrated carbons because water is present. Now you can take a simple example. For example, we have glucose, which you have often studied, C6H12O6. Now if you apply the formula, general formula, CnH2 whole n, so carbon is 6, hydrogen will be 2 into 6, and oxygen will also 6. So it will be C6H12O6. Now these carbohydrates, their modern definition is they are polyhydroxy compounds of aldehydes and ketones. The one which we have yet discussed is a simple one. Now their modern definition is what? They are polyhydroxy compounds of aldehydes and ketones. Polyhydroxy compounds of aldehydes and ketones. First of all, what do you mean by poly? Poly mean many. Hydroxy mean OH group. Means they are such compounds in which many OH groups they are present. Now aldehyde is what you have studied at metric level. That aldehyde group was what? C double bond OH. And here any branch can be attached. Ketones, a carbonyl group is attached in the center, then these are ketones. So they are polyhydroxy compounds of aldehydes and ketones. Now we'll take different examples. Now if we come to introduction, the carbohydrates, they are also known as saccharides. Saccharides mean they are sugars. They are the most abundant out of all the 4 macromolecules which we are going to study. They are also known as sugars, starches. They have several roles in living organism which we'll study in detail. Now first we come to the classification of carbohydrates, that there are how many types of carbohydrates. Fructose, it is a monosaccharide. Ketose mean ketonic group is present. Hexose having 6 carbon atom. And the cyclic structure is shown to you and is found in fruit and honey. Then we have ribose, monosaccharide. Aldose, it is a pentose, mean it consists of 5 carbon atom, as you can see. Now beta, when you draw a structure like this in which the carbon atoms are not shown to you, then these corners, they show the carbon atom. So how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. CH2 group is the 5th carbon. So it is a pentose. It is a component of molecules of ribonucleic acid and vitamin, ribonucleic acid, that is RNA, and vitamin B12. Sucrose, it is a disaccharide formed by the combination of glucose and fructose, found in sugarcane, sugar beet, and commonly called sugar. Maltose, also a disaccharide formed by the combination of glucose and glucose, and it is present in malt. Then you have lactose, it is a disaccharide. Glucose and galactose, they combine. It is found in milk. Starch, polysaccharide, chain of glucose unit, and as I told you, alpha glucose units. Plant storage organ, potato and wheat grain, it is found over there. Cellulose is a polysaccharide, chain of glucose unit, but again which glucose unit? Beta glucose unit. In starch we have alpha glucose, and in cellulose we have beta glucose. And structural material of plants, it is found over there. Then beta, you have function of carbohydrates. Simple function they are given to you. You can read them, and if there is any problem you can we will discuss it in discussion time period. Then nutritional importance of carbohydrate is given to you, that how much nutrition we get from it, and the information given in the side box is also very important. 1 gram of carbohydrate contain approximately 4 calories. 1 gram of protein contain 4 kilocalories. A comparison is given to you of carbohydrate, protein and fats. Now out of function, if there is any important point, all points are important, but some terms they can be asked like short question, like ketosis. What do you know about ketosis? So it can be asked, so you will go through these, and any difficulty we will discuss in the discussion time period. Then as far as nutritional importance of carbohydrate is concerned, it helps in body weight regulation. Diabetic patient can be helped by knowing about carbohydrate. Dental health and getting active, they are the important things, importance of carbohydrate in the nutrition, from nutritional point of view. Dextrorotatory and levorotatory are those substances which rotate the plane of polarized light either towards right or towards left. Now the one which rotate the plane towards right, they are known as dextrorotatory, and the other which rotate the plane of polarized light towards left, they are known as levorotatory. Now it must be clear to all of you that what does these terms show, that is alpha, beta, D, they are now clear to you. Now this is the open chain structure of fructose. Fructose is also a hexose. You can see there are 6 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on the carbon number 5, this is a ketonic group, C double bond O, and on both sides you have carbon chain. So this is aldoketose. This is a keto group is present in it, and the rings form of fructose, cyclic form of fructose, is also shown to you. Carbon number 2 and carbon number 5, they are joined together, and oxygen is bridged between 2 carbon atoms. So these structures you must practice so that you can draw them. Now the second category of carbohydrate is disaccharide. Di mean 2. When 2 monosaccharide molecule, they are bonded together, they form disaccharide. Disaccharide are also polysaccharide, but if they are more than 2, poly specifies higher number than 1, while di specifies only 2. And the example of disaccharides are lactose, maltose, sucrose. You have studied it also at metric level. You can consult that book also. Sucrose is found in sugarcane. Sucrose is our table sugar which we use in our daily life. Then you have sugar beet, mango, pineapple, almond and apricot. And the last category is the polysaccharide. Polysaccharides are the carbohydrates producing large number of monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Hydrolysis again mean when they are hydrolyzed, when they are reacted with water. On breakdown they produce large number of monosaccharide. They are called polysaccharides. Example are starch and cellulose. Starch is formed by the combination of alpha glucose and cellulose is formed by the combination of beta glucose. Now now you can see this table. Example of monosaccharide and disaccharide is given to you, and polysaccharide. You will memorize them. Then there is a table in which name, its type and structure and occurrence of different type of carbohydrates are given to you, like glucose. It is a monosaccharide. It is a aldose because aldehyde group is present. It is a hexose because 6 carbon atoms are there. Cyclic structure is shown to you. It is alpha glucose due to the position of OH group, and it occurs abundantly in plants and animals. Then you have fructose, monosaccharide. Now we are going to discuss classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates can be classified into 3 main categories: monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. First of all, we discuss monosaccharide. They are the simplest carbohydrates and they can't be hydrolyzed. Hydrolyzed means that when they react with water, they break down into further simple sugars. So monosaccharide, they can't be broken down into further simple sugar. They themselves are simplest sugar. Examples are glucose, galactose, fructose. So come to your book, beta. The same introduction is given to you, definition is given to you. Carbohydrates do not hydrolyze to simpler unit and called monosaccharide. They are the smallest possible sugar unit. Glucose, galactose, fructose, they are example of such type of sugar. Now if we talk about blood sugar, you must have heard this, that a patient has a sugar, a diabetic patient. So blood sugar is what? It is glucose. Glucose is the major source of energy for cell, and it is naturally found in honey and corns. In human nutrition, galactose can be found most readily in milk and dairy products, while fructose is mostly found in vegetables and fruits like grapes. Now when these monosaccharide units, they join together, monosaccharide units when join together, they result in the formation of disaccharides and polysaccharides. When monosaccharide unit they join, they result either in the formation of polysaccharide or in the formation of disaccharides. Now these monosaccharides, they are further classified by the number of carbon atom present in them. Like they can be classified as hexoses, they can be classified by the number of carbon atom they contain, like trioses, tetroses, pentoses, hexoses. Mean how many number of carbon atom are present in them. If they are 3 carbon, trioses 4 carbon, tetroses 5 carbon, pentoses and 6 carbon is hexoses. Galactose, fructose and glucose, they are example of hexoses. Now beta, the important thing is the formula that you have to memorize for the carbohydrates like monosaccharides. This is the straight open chain structure of glucose. You can see there are how many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It is a hexose, open chain form. And there is a aldehydic group. Here you can see there is a aldehydic group. And there are many OH groups. That is why it is known as polyhydroxy. And when this open chain structure forms ring, then ring formation is shown to you, that how a ring is formed. So we will start from carbon number 1, carbon 1 and carbon 5. They link together. Carbon 1 and carbon 5, they link together with the help of oxygen, and then remaining carbons are as such. So there are two types of possibilities after ring formation. One is known as alpha D-glucose and other is known as beta D-glucose. Now what is this alpha and beta? Alpha and beta deals with the position of this hydrogen and OH at carbon number 1. You can see in alpha glucose, hydrogen is on the upper side and hydroxyl group is on the lower side. Whereas in beta glucose, hydroxyl group is on the upper side and hydrogen is on the lower side. So this alpha and beta, it deals with the position of OH group and hydrogen group. And as well as D. D stands for dextro. D stands for dextro. We have two terms, dextro rotatory and levorotatory. The substances which are dextrorotatory, their name include D, like D-glucose, and the one which are levorotatory, their name include L, like L-glucose. Now what is this dextro and levo? In fact, the substances, they rotate the plane of polarized light video